So, tell me about yourself, man.
Tell me about myself.
Yes.
Well, in what context?
I mean, okay.
I mean, is this a job interview or is this just for fun?
No, this is for fun, man.
My name's Steven Kaiser and I'm an engineering major and I want to get a job with you and I really want money. Thank you.
That's perfect. That's fucking perfect. Okay. So, one thing that I found out right away in my first moments of meeting you is that you were in the Corps.
Oh.
And I want to hear a little bit about that because it's such a big thing.
Okay, well, so let me try to think of a way to put all this. 4 years in a couple minutes.
No, it can be as long as you want. Please
summarizing a dictionary. Not really. So I joined the Corps as a little freshman because my dad was in it in the 80s. Mm-hmm. My brother was in it in the 2012 or something like that. So then, of course, I'm in it because, that's just the nature of the family thing.
Yeah.
So I got there, and I was like, what the hell is this? I didn't know what the hell I was getting myself into at all. So the first night, I guess I should just start from day one. So the first night, 5 o'clock hits. All the parents had to leave at 3 o'clock. So we're sitting in our room, just me and this stranger. I've never met my roommate. He has no idea who I am. We're just sitting there, kind of twiddling our thumbs, waiting for 5 o'clock because we know at 5 o'clock shit hits the fan in some way or another.
Yeah.
So at 5 o'clock, door gets kicked open and then just yelling. Just nonstop yelling. So I'm like, all right.
Here we go.
I guess this is the start to college. Thank God. Oh, and by the way, this is 2 weeks before school started. So while all of these little freshmen are at fish camp, gigging and woo, hullabaloo, connect or whatever, I'm over there just getting screamed at in the doorway. So that was the first night, and it was just a culture shock more than it's difficult, it's the roughest night of my life.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And then this one dude asked where I was from. I said Keller. He's like, oh, I went to Grapevine High School. I was like, or no, he said I'm from Grapevine. I'm like, well, what high school you go to? And then he just screamed at me I'm not your friend. I'm like, well, sorry, I was just doing manners. I'm just trying to make conversational. I didn't realize I was talking to freaking evil humans pretty much. So then after 2 weeks of just BS, getting my head shaved, the school year started, and that was when it really just sucked. Because, you're waking up at 5:30, you're running every day, and then you're getting shit on in the hallway. You have to run in the hallway, you have to whatever. And
what do you mean by getting shit on in the hallway? Just
to go to the bathroom, you have to run down the hallway.
Oh.
And if anybody's in the hallway, you got to go turn around, run all the way back to a certain spot in the hallway, and then greet them. And then while you're greeting them, they can look at your stuff and make sure you look nice. So when you're just trying to go to the bathroom, you can't even catch a break.
Damn.
Which is annoying.
Okay.
But I mean, it's really not bad in the grand scheme of things. It's just frustrating more than anything. So then, and then about November time is something we call Corps brass.
Okay.
Where you get this little medal on your collar, pretty much. It's signifies you joined the Corps or whatever. And to get that, you had to it was a month of just chaos, and they amped it up a lot. And then one day you finally get it, and that day sucked. So we got the previous night they made us run 17 laps around the quad with sandbags and ACUs, the little camo shit, and that was 9 miles. And then after that they made us do a bunch of mud PT. We just worked out and did all kinds of stuff where you had to incorporate everybody in your fish class because they preach unity and stuff. So you had to do arm length push-ups.
Yeah.
All kinds of that crap. So we did that till 8:30 at night. We started 4:30 p.m. And then after that we ate dinner and
died.
Chilled out, and then we had to go to Midnight Yell. So we had to go save seats for upperclassmen at Midnight Yell at 10:30. And Midnight Yell starts at when? Midnight, yeah. So we were there for an hour and a half before it even started, as usual, after we just got shit on all night. And then they tell us, oh, you have an essay due about why you want to join the Corps. Why did you join the Corps? Due at 1.
In the morning?
Yeah. Slide under your door. Slide under their door. So you had to get back from Midnight Yell at 12:30, write an essay, turn it in, then go to bed.
Okay, all right. So this was thrust upon you as soon as you got back, or
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So then we get back, and then the next morning, the cannon fires off at 5:30. It's 4.5 hours after the essay was due. The cannon shoots off. They tell us to get in full uniform. We're like, oh fuck yeah! Like, it's just gonna be like a ceremony, and they're gonna give us our thing. It's great. And then we do a formation, which raise a flag. You do the little reveille trumpet thing, and the cannon goes off again. And then they all start screaming, "Go get in your Army combat uniform," which is the camo stuff. And then from there, we all run inside and get our stuff on, and then started like a 4-hour shit show.
Of what?
Just running everywhere you can think of around campus, getting muddy and drenched and dying, essentially. It's hazing. It's totally hazing.
Yeah.
And then after that, they all put us in the clock tower and like put us in a circle and made us do like 117 push-ups for our class year.
Mm-hmm.
In a ripple, though. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And at the very end, they like give us our thing. And it was all happy, I guess.
Like, thank God. It's
well,
done.
the worst part about it was I was actually injured, so I didn't run that entire day. So they just made me sit in this truck alone and do sandbag presses.
So you're just like doing
I was just
this?
sitting here in a truck bed for 4 hours doing that alone, not participating.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So it was like the exile and also just getting wrecked by a sandbag by myself.
Damn. I feel like you... For how long? How long did you do it for?
4 hours.
I feel like you might go insane for half a second.
You do.
You're
You
like,
just
oh,
kind
God.
of... It's just funny talking about all this stuff in retrospect now because it's just like, it's really not that difficult.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Like, compared to like, you know, working 8 to 5 every day and paying bills and insurance and stress and maybe even having a kid if that happens.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
Thank God.
Not me.
Good for you, man.
Not yet.
Anytime soon.
No.
I
I hope not.
Oh, I got you.
So then, so you do the whole year, and then at the end of the year, you do a thing called Brazos, where you march 18 miles, or no, you march 9 miles out to the Brazos River. You get shit on out there, and then you're like symbolically promoted to being a sophomore. So you get your new rank, and then you walk 9 miles back. So it's an 18-mile march in the May heat, or late April heat.
Fuck.
It sucked.
Yeah.
And you have to do that every year. So freshmen, you hike out, you come back as sophomores. Sophomores, you hike out, you come back juniors. Juniors, you hike out, and you come back seniors. And seniors just hike out and get a bus back because there's no more promoting.
Oh.
So it's like the transition of the new Corps. You're marching back with your new leadership.
That's okay. Gotcha.
So you're just waiting for senior year because you don't have to march back. So this past year, I got to ride back. And it wasn't even that special because they ran out of buses. We just sat there and waited. Like typical.
Like, thanks, guys. Sounds about right.
I even had some like fish of mine like hid in the woods until everybody left, and then they ran out to the road and hitchhiked home because they didn't want to walk back, and nobody knew.
Dude, that's badass. Good for
I know.
them. Like, fuck.
Props to them.
Yeah.
I don't. That's more like who the hell was supposed to be keeping accountability of them because they lost 2 people.
So did y'all get ripped for it?
No one ever knew. I found out like over Snap text from the
that's
kid who did it
hilarious.
like a week ago. He's like, "Hey man, did you know they like hitchhiked?" It's like, no, that's awesome now. Back then I'd probably be a little mad, but whatever.
Shit, you did it.
I'm retired. So then sophomore year, you're just all about yelling and being evil to fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like your sadistic year, I guess.
Okay.
And then junior year, you're supposed to be like a mentor, and you're like the management or something. And that's kind of like
you're above all that.
Yeah, but you can still dull it out if you need to.
Oh.
So you're kind of like a floor manager or something. So you still have to, like, you're still part of the shit.
Yeah.
But you're not like directly in the shit. And then seniors, you're like the executives leadership. You know.
Yeah, you walk around with those
but not
boots.
really. Because I thought senior was the worst.
What?
You're supposed to get all these privileges. Every year you're supposed to get like privileges. You're supposed to
Yeah.
like bump up and like allowing you to have stuff. I thought senior was the worst because like I still had to go to everything.
Oh, okay.
Nothing was new senior year. Like, oh boy, we're working out at 5:30. Oh boy, we're doing core brass for the fourth time. We're doing the brasses for the fourth time. We're doing this for the fourth time. You're just dead. You just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
There's no more left in you. You've been exploited to the, like, max.
Yeah, man. I feel like that'll take a toll.
So, like, yeah, you get the boots and all. And, you know, you heard all that, like, oh, boot chasers. Girls love a man in boots. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Khakis and boots, man. What are you talking about?
Why would you go after a guy who's socially awkward and wears khaki every day? Why would you? I don't know. Okay, so especially, you haven't been around long enough here, but when it rains and you get stuck in the rain in your khakis, they smell like cat urine.
Oh.
Because they're like old wool. They're like 90s wool uniforms. And when they get wet, they just stink for some reason. When you sweat, they stink.
Yeah, I wondered about that just on campus.
It's just a weird smell. It's not BO. It's just like cat urine. Like exactly like the smell of cat urine. And I just don't know why. Because you never actually clean them. You just press them. Oh, no, you press them. You just dry clean them.
Mm.
So when you dry clean it, I just kind of think of like ironing all that stain and nasty back into it and throwing some steam into it. Like, it's not really cleaning it.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're just sweating bullets. On campus, I sweat my ass off. And they're wearing pants every single day.
Oh, and those boots, think about heat rises, right? Well, the tops are like closed. So it's just this like convection oven in your feet.
Oh, fuck all that.
And there's no rubber sole on, so it's leather. So you get no cushion when you're walking them, and they're slippery as hell. Your whole heel is metal, and the whole ball of your foot's smooth leather. So if you ever see them in the MSC walking like a weird chicken, it's because they're walking on their tiptoes because they walk on their heels, slide back and eat it.
Jeez. So what's the point? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the point, long story short, I made a lot of good friends. Okay. Yeah, I like that about it. The other like downside to it is I didn't learn how to cook. I didn't live on my own. I never paid bills. I had a meal plan for 4 years. Never got to do what I want. Never got to, go hang out with people because I'm permanently schedule screwed. Every weekend, you have a football game you have to go to. Every weekend isn't open. They have open weekends where you're allowed to be a student, pretty much. Because if not, you have to write a military letter, which is pretty much like asking permission to go wipe your ass.
How so?
Because, like, to go, say, you and I want to go to, Houston tomorrow, like, next weekend. I have to get that approved because it's not an open weekend. They have to know where I'm going.
Oh,
so then you could just like get your trip canceled because some dude above you didn't like you or didn't want to approve it.
Wow.
And then if you don't do that, you can get demerits, which if you get enough of those, they get a restricted weekend. And a restricted weekend consists of Friday at 4. You got to check in every 2 hours until Sunday at 6. So Friday, 4, 6, 8, 10. Go to bed. Saturday morning, 6 a.m., 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Sunday, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6. And you have to be in long sleeve Bravos, which is the khaki. And you have to walk all the way down to this building, sign a piece of paper, walk all the way back. I never actually had one of those, but they said you never experienced the Corps until you've had a restricted weekend, which, I've experienced Corps, and I definitely think the restricted weekend would just make me hate it even more.
Oh, okay.
But talk about punishment. You want to know how to punish somebody, just do that. That's the definition of insanity, because you can't study, you can't sleep, you can't go anywhere. You're in prison.
Yeah. Wow. That's...
Oh, and if you want to make it even worse, if you really screwed up, you get a Class 1 marching tour, which means you have to... No. You can get a restricted weekend, you can get marching tours. Marching tours consist of, like, how many hours the guy would like you to screw you over. So you can get up to, like, 4 hours of marching tours. So you have to walk around the quad with a dummy rifle in your hands back and forth for 4 hours straight.
What the fuck, man?
It's doing laps.
And, okay, now, to get there... To get that punishment, what would you have to do? Just
anything.
Like
you could like I don't know, skip formation or something. skip a football game. I don't know. It really is just what the dudes in charge want to do to you.
Oh, you know what?
It's up to the man.
Damn, dude.
So yeah, it was just kind of like you never have peace of mind wherever you are because there's your big brother's watching, or somehow, some way, you're like being watched. And it just wasn't a good environment to go to school in, I think. But I have noticed I'm a worse student now that I'm not in it, because my schedule isn't just so chaotic that like now I can like, I got time. I can do that tomorrow.
You're putting stuff. Yeah.
But back then it's like, shit, football game this weekend. Formation from 4 to fucking 7. I have to wake up at 5:30. School all day. When am I gonna do this? I gotta do it now. If I don't do it now, it's not gonna get done. I'm gonna fail.
Yeah.
So that like put stress. Everybody works better under stress. So that's pretty much like.
But it was like constant stress, right? Just
constant. You're just dead all the time. All the time. That's why I took caffeine pills.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't afford energy drinks.
So you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy 100 caffeine pills for like $10, or you can buy an amp for $4. How many amps are you gonna drink a day to stay awake? 2, 3, $12 a day. You've already exceeded 100 caffeine pills in one day, money wise.
Fuck.
Let's take 4 caffeine pills a day. That's 10 cents. You spent like 40 cents to stay awake.
That's fucking wild, man.
But you don't have to piss. It's a caffeine pill. It's not like you're drinking 16 ounces of sugar and taurine or ginseng or whatever the hell's in them.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. So caffeine pills. You just put 4 in your pocket. You're good. I get more or less you're good. You can still fall asleep on them. So I've mastered the art of caffeine pilling.
Do you still do it?
I mean, I only take maybe 1 a day now. I get like 8 hours of sleep. Before I was getting 4, 5 if I'm lucky. I was going to bed 2, 1, whatever it took. So you just become like a shell of who you are.
Oh, damn, that's...
So, hey, you want to go out this weekend? No, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Like, I'm planning to get a lot of sleep.
Hey, you want to go on Thursday? No, I have to run at 5:30 tomorrow. No thanks.
God damn.
Or today.
That's some shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's not like, in the grand scheme of things, there's always things shittier. You can be an Army Ranger. You can, this is easy. It's like, compared to, what everybody else is doing, having fun. And then, like, the Corps, like, jacks you up on, like, an ego. So, like, oh, we don't like, you and I are technically called non-regs now. We're non-regulated, and you have Corps people who are regulated. So they call everybody who's not in the Corps non-regs. So, like, the Corps is always, like, hyped up to hate non-regs because they're filthy Aggies that don't have the spirit.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's just kind of like, why do we hate on them?
Yeah.
Is your mic working?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, man.
I've been kind of watching the mirror. I haven't seen any blobs on your side.
Oh, no. I mean, dude, I'm just infatuated with this because it's so far from me. So, yeah.
Dude, go stop by the quad anytime. Just observe. It's pretty weird.
I mean, I've talked to some Corps guys, and, like, I felt very alienated. Like I went to Sabisa, or however the fuck you say it. And I, like, sat with a few of them. I'm like, hey, man, you mind if I sit here? They're like, oh, yeah. So I, like, asked them a few questions, like, what's up, just regular shit. And then, like, 2 more Corps guys, like, sat down, and then I just became completely irrelevant.
There's a whole jargon of stuff you probably never heard of in your life that they talk about.
Yeah, they were saying some, like, cryptic shit to me.
They don't realize that, like, it doesn't impress people. Like, just because your life sucks doesn't mean I warrant your respect. Just because my life sucks doesn't mean I deserve your respect and, like, praise.
Okay.
I chose to have this shitty life. Like, I shouldn't be complaining in public and trying to get sympathy for it. But that's what every freshman does. Like, hey, lady, I did push-ups this morning. What did you do?
I was asleep, yeah.
Yeah. And then I just, everybody does it. You're just kind of brainwashed to, like, that's all you have to talk about.
Corps.
It's your life. I mean, just like people who aren't in the Corps talk about their life. It's just kind of like, But when you're in it, like, it just gets annoying hearing other people do it. So I tried to, like, never bring it up.
No, I mean, I feel like that'll keep you
I mean, it just
sane.
really sucked because no one knows who you are. They judge you. Like, if I'm in a uniform, in a C dude's uniform, do you know that, like, I don't know, I like Pink Floyd or, like...
Not at all.
You think I like going to Harry's and dancing and dipping.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody else has stereotype. We got stereotyped. So whenever I, like, not be in my uniform, people are like, whoa, you like a skater boy? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You would never known that, right? Because I'm always in it.
Yeah.
I never had my identity. So it's kind of like an identity crisis. Like, shit, I'm not one of these guys. Like, let me be who I want to be. But you can't. You're stuck. It's unique. But, you know, I made some of the best good friends I've ever had. Like, all my roommates right now are former Corps people. And you find the cool people. You do. You find, like, people like you anywhere you go. But
yeah.
And that just became, like, it was just kind of, like, almost funny and how just, like, pitiful shit is. Like, I don't know. The food they gave us, the treatment, it's just, like, nothing can really faze me now. And, like, I don't know, like, get yelled at work. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Like,
cool. In one ear, out the other, move on. It's not like you're going to take it personally. Unless you actually did screw up and you actually care about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because in the Corps, if you don't really give a shit about what you're doing, the guy yells at you, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just an ass.
Yeah.
And also, like, it gives you confidence, I guess. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? Is that your manager going to scream at you? Oh, no. That'd suck. Is he going to make you, like, run? No.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you don't even have to do anything they tell you to do. You have free will, but you still do it anyway.
Yeah.
Just like a pledge and a frat. Like, those are all, like, humans, too.
Yeah.
It's just funny how we'll just obey. Like, the sophomores, the guys that are mean and stuff, they're just a year older than you. In most cases, I was the same age as them.
Yeah, if not older in some cases.
It's just funny how just, like, group mentality can promote them to a level. And if you stick with that, people under them just think that they're, like, the shit.
Yeah.
In reality, they're, like, probably bigger losers than you are, but you're bald kid with this, like, milkman suit on.
Oh
you
my
look
God.
like a 50s, like, milkman.
Yeah. Damn,
whatever that looks like. That's what I kind of pictured it as, but yeah. So that's why I just try to, like, distance myself from it, make friends out of it. Because you need to get away, man. You gotta get away from that place. They'll eat you.
I bet.
And you don't want to have just Corps friends, because where do you hang out?
The quad.
Their dorm?
Yeah.
Where do you sit in a dorm room? There's a bed and a desk chair. See, that was the other thing. Like, I never got off work. I'd go study, I'd go to school, and I'd come back from work to what? My desk. Where do I sit in my room to relax? I either lay down in my bed and go to sleep or sit in a chair. No couch, no TV. And then you got a guy right behind you because that's how a dorm's set up. Just, damn it. And then people are always coming in your room, always just nagging you. It's like... Oh, and the best part about my last year, they, like, renovated all the dorms. So you had to swipe into the bathroom. You had to bring your ID to go take a piss. So if it's, like, 2 a.m. and you're in bed and you gotta pee, you gotta go put clothes on, walk all the way down the hall, and then you forgot your ID. Shit. Walk all the way back, get your ID.
Fuck, man.
It's just frustrating.
No, it sounds like it. But
it's given me a whole new appreciation for an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm on vacation now. It's like, this is awesome.
Damn.
I can park right outside my door.
Mm-hmm.
Before I had to walk half a mile to go to the garage. So now it's like, hey, I want to go to the grocery store. Just groceries right in. Not have to hike all your stuff back. It's not a journey anymore. You just do it. And I ride my bike to class. Don't have to walk, because in the Corps you can't ride a bike in uniform. You have to walk everywhere. Or ride a bus. So
in this Texas heat,
in the uniform,
in the fucking nothing but khakis.
Yeah. So and then, like, now I have a room, I have a bathroom, my own bathroom with a shower that's only dirty from me, and I clean it myself. It's crazy. Like, people don't trash my own stuff. I can lock my room.
So how is this transition for you?
It's great.
Like
It's like
night
forgot
and day.
last 4 years. Like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Makes me wonder what it would have been like if I wasn't in the Corps. Would I have been fat, lazy, bad grades? I don't know. Probably.
Do you think so?
Maybe. Could, you know. I don't know. I work out on my own now.
Mm-hmm.
Working out, I don't dread it anymore because, like, back in the Corps, you dread it. You know, it's 5:30. Who wants to do that besides fit fan people on Instagram?
Yeah. No.
And you don't take pre-workout at 5:30 because you got to go run 5 miles. You don't have a heart attack, you know?
Yeah, be amped up and then just die.
I mean, it might not be a bad option without how much you hate it.
That's how bad it is.
So, yeah, that's pretty much... I mean, there's so much to the Corps I could talk about, but I hate talking about the Corps because people hate people that talk about the Corps.
Yeah. No, like, I feel like it's bringing you down, so I'm like, okay, so it's
It's
just...
not bringing me down. It's just like... There's just so much more positivity in the world than that place. But some people dig it. Some people love it. Like, that's their life. Those are the people that were in J-ROTC and stuff in high school.
Oh, okay. So, like...
Neck beard, you know, like, I'm going to be a freaking Navy SEAL. I'm going to save the world.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to go make a salary and buy a dirt bike for myself or something.
Gotcha.
That's what I want. I don't want to go to Afghanistan, lose my legs.
Afghanistan.
No thanks.
So,
I mean, you can serve your country in other ways, like being a good human.
Yeah.
Paying your bills.
I mean, yeah, there's that.
I mean, people are built for... Everybody's different, but some people like that, and I didn't. I'm not about the military life. I'd rather have my own freedom to do what I want. So, yeah, that's why I'm here now.
Oh, man. Well...
Like, would I ever been able to have this time on a freaking Tuesday? No. I'd be sleeping.
Damn. That's fucking wild, man. But... I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you made it through the gauntlet of the Corps because it is such a big thing here. It kind of took me like I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, it's weird. Like, did you see the Spurs this past week? This bottle caps attached to kids' shoes.
Oh yeah, that shit. I'm like,
that's
what the fuck?
fish spurs.
That's what that is.
Yeah. So it used to be when we played at SMU, it's called Spur the Ponies. The freshmen would wear spurs to hype up the whole campus for the weekend's game to spur the ponies. But now we don't play them, so we spur the hogs, which really doesn't make sense. They just don't want to kill the tradition.
Oh.
So to do that, they give you a week's notice. You have to have your class number, so I had to have 17 bottle caps pressed, so you had to smash them with a hammer, and painted your class color. And every year your class color is different, so like... We were kind of like it's blue, red, green, and... Yeah, blue, red, and green. Yeah. Baby blue, navy blue, red, and green. Yeah. So I was baby blue. So we had to spray paint 17 bottle caps per shoe, baby blue, attached to a coat hanger that looked like our unit. So ours had to be a trident. It had to have like 3 prongs.
Okay, because I've kind of noticed that.
They're all different.
What the fuck? Like one's a triangle?
And you have to be unified, so they all have to look the same because that's the whole point of being a fish is unity and stuff. For Corps brass. Yeah. That's what the whole first semester is about, is unifying with your buddies.
Yeah.
So we had to, where do you find 17 times 2, 34 bottle caps per person times 20?
It's fucking...
So that's 680 bottle caps for one unit, and there's 45 units. So we're like 1,000 kids gonna get bottle caps at once in the same week. So that was like kind of a task.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is gonna suck. Figure it out.
You should.
So you know what I had? I sent my dad a text because I knew my neighbor collected all his bottle caps because he's like this alcoholic. He keeps them all on top of his fridge, this big bucket. I'm like, hey, can you mail me all of thsee because you can't go to Bottle Cap Alley anymore. Well, you don't want those. You don't want to get freaking tetanus.
Oh.
You ever been to Bottle Cap Alley?
No.
It's next to Dixie Chicken. There's just like a whole alleyway filled with bottle caps.
And that's been there for what?
Years.
Who knows?
People pee on them, and you just don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
You don't want them. And they don't let you steal them because it's like landmark, I guess.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we had to go like hammer all of them out, and then paint them, and then like you have to fabricate a coat hanger to hang off your shoe. How do you do that?
You fucking wrestle with it for...
Yeah, but the best part about it, you have to take them off every time you go to building. So they have to be removable. And when they fall off, you have to stop what you're doing, put it back on. And they just fall off all the time.
Fuck that.
So you're just walking to class and your shit's falling off. You're carrying all your books because when I was in it, you had to have a backpack with one strap, so you looked like an idiot, so you always just carried your stuff. But now they can wear 2 straps, so like a backpack's feasible. But before you just had like a sling, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So yeah, so you gotta settle your shit down, take your spurs off, carry them inside your building, walk around, get out of class, put them back on for a week. And then when you're on the quad and they fall off, you have to like wildcat all the way to the arches to put them back on. Which is like stick your arm straight up in the air and yell A all the way down, running.
Yeah, because you're fresh. Yeah, you're a fish.
So that was a unique experience. I mean, it's funny now. Back then it sucked.
Oh, I bet. No, I feel like all this tedious and monotonous stuff, like, I can kind of see how it would help you now. Like, you're like, not only is it obviously easier, but I feel like anything, like any conflict that you will now receive, it's nothing to you. You're like, oh yeah, I've seen worse shit. I've done worse shit.
I mean, I still have conflict, like in my capstone group, people not want to do their job.
Yeah, see, there's that too. Like
that's like my number one pet peeve is group projects when people don't pull their own weight.
Yeah,
I don't know how to fix that because I'm not good at being Mr. Nice Guy to people who slack. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just I'd rather do it right myself than have to mentor and parent somebody to do a job worse than I could do it. It's just like signed up just doing everything. I'm that guy in high school who the smart dude, we're paired with him, we're gonna have it easy. Like,
fuck you.
Fuck you, man. I hate you. Yeah. So that's kind of been an issue right now. But I mean, I don't know how that really relates to fish spurs.
No, just like thinking how like monotonous and like tedious that is.
Just like no minuscule little task can really bother me anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, I hated football. So
really?
like I had to go to all these football games. I hate football.
So you're just sitting there, yeah.
I mean, I'd be hyped. Like, I don't understand where all the hype for football comes from. You might like it.
We're in Texas. Like, no, like, I hate playing football, but, I mean, I'll watch it. But I think it's just because it's been on me.
Standing, not sitting, standing outside for 4 hours in your khaki uniform.
In the sun.
For 4 hours against your will. That's just not my idea of fun. Now, I don't understand where everybody gets the praise the Lord, it's football weekend, woohoo, like gig 'em thing. Like, if it were like Monster Truck Rally inside Kyle Field, I'd turn into one of them like diehards. Because that'd be awesome. Or like if it's SmackDown. Every Saturday was like SmackDown.
That'd be lit.
But it's just football.
Yeah.
It's the same. I mean, it's the 4th largest stadium in the world. I don't know if you knew that. Anywhere. Like, if any sport.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I didn't know
that. It's
that.
got 104,000 person capacity. Something like that.
So just, stupid.
Yeah, it's like not just in like a college setting largest. It's like worldwide stadium level.
Hey man, we love our
all
football.
On our little roads that can't handle that kind of capacity. We don't have worldwide renowned roads.
No, our roads are shit.
Yeah. So it's like, was that a good idea? I don't know. I'm over here on a desk the size of a clipboard, and they can afford a stadium the size of the world. So that frustrates me. It's like, well, where does this money go to? It goes to sports.
Yeah, it does.
And what are we? A school. What are we supposed to be outputting? Students to like better the world. But what are we doing? We're funding
entertainment,
games.
Man. Entertainment.
Balls thrown around on grass warrants more money than teachers that can communicate to students and have teaching abilities. They'd rather value their research. So that's been a fundamental issue with me, like, in this school, is like, why am I teaching myself everything? I could do that online at freaking Kaplan College or something.
Yeah.
So I've taught myself everything. I pay for tutoring because I can't understand my teacher.
Yes.
I do this, I do that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. But I guess, what if, like, college taught you everything you needed to know?
What if?
What if college taught you how to, like, not be awkward? What if you had, like, a whole class on, like, embarrassing yourself to, like, improve yourself?
Yeah, just to get it out. Like,
yeah. Like, how to, like, I don't know, because, like, no major anywhere is going to teach you how to build helicopters. Like, no school anywhere is going to teach you how to run 12-man productions.
yeah.
There's just no... School doesn't really matter. It's school teaches... All school is, to me, is the build, like, is proof that you know how to learn.
Yeah.
That's what a degree means to me. It's like, you made it, you are able to teach yourself stuff, more or less. Or you're just really damn good at faking it.
Yeah.
Because there's people that do that too. So it's just like, shit.
No, man, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, but there is no uprising against it because everybody loves football.
Yeah. No, I could give a shit because I'm a basketball guy. I played basketball like all 4 years of high school, and intramurals are about to start, so I'm ready. But I don't understand it. Like, everyone hates our football coach and all that. You know how much he's paid?
$4 million above the president of A&M.
I thought it was 5.
Maybe, yeah, probably is. Well, regardless,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, $5 million.
Is that a year?
A season, yeah. A season.
I thought it was $5 million, like, contract. Like, just over his...
I'm pretty sure it's a season.
He makes $5 million a year. And he doesn't even do any of the work. I bet you he just delegates it to a bunch of, like...
Everyone else.
Sports management major kind of guys. Like, what did he do right?
I don't know.
How did he get to where he is? Like, I don't know. I guess that's the cost of being the world's biggest scapegoat. If anything goes wrong, they blame him and hate him.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that worth $5 million to have a whole city hate you? Maybe. I mean, whoever it's going to be, they're going to hate him.
Yeah.
Just like whoever the president is, they're going to hate him.
Yeah.
Anybody telling anybody what to do or making any decisions, they're going to hate him, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're Jimmy Carter. Everybody liked him, I think. Maybe. I don't know. He was like the peanut farmer guy. I remember that from high school history or something.
Yeah. And I think he only served one term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I just I'm all about I didn't buy a sports pass this semester. I'm not going to a football game.
Good for you, man. Because I was pressured into getting one.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. They're like, get your sports pass. Get your sports pass. I was like,
I mean,
wait, does it work for all sports?
Depends. How much does yours cost?
I think it was like $300.
I think you got the all sports one. I think the football one's only like $200.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Or something.
I got the all sports one.
But in the Corps, I had to buy the all sports one because we also had to go to basketball games, volleyball games, soccer games. Wow. So once football season ends, you're not done going to stuff. You still have to go to
every single sport.
You're a rent-a-crowd.
You're a rent-a-crowd. That's hilarious. You are.
So they need people at a volleyball game. KyleYZ Corps. You got 2,500 guests.
Damn.
Guaranteed. Or else you get R-dubs, restricted weekends, RW.
Damn, dude.
Huh? Funny, right? The machine.
The machine.
Pink Floyd the Machine.
Hey, man. So, you're an avid Pink Floyd listener.
Yes.
Is that your band, or is there a lot of bands from that era?
I mostly caught on to Pink Floyd when I started studying a bunch. I just put on YouTube playlists of them, and I just started really like them because they're, I don't know, they just kind of talk about a lot of stuff that ills of society and
right.
They're not a happy group.
Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, nobody from that time period seemed to be too happy besides maybe Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Who hates September? Well, I do because it's hot out. But I like the song.
Yeah. So it's essentially a meme now.
But yeah, I like Pink Floyd. Like, there's just nothing that's like terrible about it. I mean, Uma Guma's a weird album.
Yeah, it's
like
a very weird album.
Weird animals in a cave with something. There's like some music title that's like a sentence. And that song's weird.
Yeah, and then the shirt I have from that album, Careful with That Axe, Eugene. I'm just like, that's a weird album.
There's a lot of weird albums like Meddle, 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 and I went to like a Pink Floyd cover band, like Fort Worth, and it was awesome.
Fuck.
And I went to it again, and it was a different singer, and it sounded like shit.
Oh,
so
damn.
I was pissed.
But same spot?
Sorry?
Same spot?
Same place, same event. They got a different guy. And then up at UTA in Arlington, they do like a Pink Floyd laser show in the planetarium.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Which would be super fun.
Yeah, I'm fucking down for that.
That's just a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Shit. We don't have a planetarium here. That's stupid. I mean, I don't really know what the purpose of a planetarium is. Just, here's a computer image of space.
Let's
enjoy it.
Go. Yeah.
Let's just lay down and listen to Pink Floyd and freak out.
Nah, man.
And then I'm trying to think. Tame Impala is pretty cool. I don't know if you know who they are.
Yes, I like them.
And then I like M83 a bunch now. And Jimi Hendrix is cool. There's a lot of like cool stuff because I don't like new rap.
Oh, you don't? You're not a part of the new trap wave and all that shit.
I just don't support what they're doing.
Like how
they're just being idiots.
Oh yeah.
And people praise them, and there's just auto-tuned nonsense.
Yeah, it's like, all reverb. Yeah.
If you and I had a good enough dude on a soundboard, they could change us into anything we want. All you need is a good beat and a really damn good voice warping software.
Yeah.
And you just got to be ridiculous. You got to dye your hair green or something. I don't know. Look what Riff Raff did. He looks like a wolf.
Yeah, he looks crazy now.
He looks psychotic. People love him.
Yeah.
And Lil Yachty, like,
yeah,
he dyed his hair red, put like beads in it. It's like, where's the skill? Where's the like, they don't. I sound like a freaking broken record. Where's the passion? Where's the
passion? No, man. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, who plays a guitar anymore? It seems like. Well, I mean, we're talking about a whole different genre. Like, you can't compare guitar to rap, but.
I mean, Post Malone does it, and he's in the hip hop scene.
It's just
that's one guy.
Rap, like, it doesn't create anything good besides raging, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fun to like rage to it, I guess, but I don't know. It's just not good. It sucks. Like, people are like, I can't even understand it half the time. Like, Future, what is he saying?
Oh, who knows?
Percocet. No, Percocet.
Yeah, he's talking about drugs.
Man, let's go. Yeah, like.
Fuck it, man. Let's go.
That. I mean, if they were smart, if I were like a rapper, you get all your fame and money and then you just save it and then you quit.
Yeah.
But they don't. They just like buy like Rolls Royces on credit. I mean, they probably like none of them have been around long enough to really see them crash and burn, but I'm sure like
it'll happen.
I mean, Lil Wayne, I think, crashed and burned, didn't he? I haven't heard about that guy in years.
It's because he's
he's a codeine addict.
Well, yeah, he's fucked up for sure, but he has a bunch of ties within the new artists that are coming up. So like he has a few guys he's like mentoring and shit.
Oh, so he's just like the old dude now?
Yeah, he like became Birdman. Like
I think Juicy J is probably one of the like better rappers because you can understand him.
I fucking love you for that. That's my favorite rapper.
That's my favorite rapper.
That's hilarious.
I've been to one of his concerts and it was awesome. It was like his THC tour, The Hustle Continues.
Yeah.
And he had a broken foot and he just sat on a bar stool the whole time and still kept the show going on a bar stool.
That's fucking amazing. Where was this?
It was up in Dallas.
Oh my god.
And I like just had to go and I was like, dude, Juicy J, he's like, you can understand him.
No, you can.
And like he's got like he's like rhymes. I don't know. He's just like I don't want to say he's good rapping because all he talks about is drugs, weed, alcohol, and bitches.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like good to listen to every now and then.
No, okay.
He's got a good beat.
Yes, and like he's been around for so long.
Yeah. He's like 45 and he's still alive. I don't understand how he's alive.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, because like every mixtape he's made, he's been like fucking out of his mind, high as fuck.
Yeah, and I used to follow him on Snapchat, and that's all he does.
Oh shit! I don't even have him on Snapchat.
Well, I unfollowed him because he's just getting annoying.
Just
because he kept doing this thing like must be nice, man, must be nice. Just says that all the time. Like he's like smoking that belly, like must be nice, huh?
Oh my god! Oh, I love that man. Like I grew up on
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia and his solo records that came out way back in the day. Chronicles of the Juice Man 1 and 2. That was my
never listened to those.
Fucking shit. Yeah, and like I was like fucking 6, 7 listening to this shit, and then I got into like 50 Cent because of my sister. But yeah,
50 Cent, God, that guy, Curtis Jackson.
Shot 9 times.
I wonder what he's doing.
He tried putting out new music and it just wasn't hitting. So
apparently Lady Gaga's having a revival too.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who disappeared? Katy Perry.
Kind of.
I haven't heard about her. I haven't heard about her in ages.
I mean, I've heard about her with like her whole feminist thing.
I didn't know she was about that.
Yeah. That's all I've heard. Yeah, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, she
just put on some Netflix documentary everybody's freaking out about.
Oh no shit. Interesting.
About how she's like a real person.
Oh, it's like about her.
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how you do fame. How do you handle it? How would you feel if you walked out your door and people love you and you've never even talked to them? They love you.
You had no idea who.
You don't even know. They didn't even know. You didn't even know they were in your spectrum of existence until they were like standing outside your door. Yet they know who you are.
That's weird, man.
It would get to your head.
Yeah, for sure. It's like Kanye. He went crazy for a little bit.
I think he still is.
Yeah. He doesn't look too great right now. He's like kind of getting fat.
Have you ever seen that video of him talking about Hurricane Katrina with Mike Myers?
Yeah, someone sent it to me.
He just went on this like ramble, and Mike Myers is just like, what are you doing?
Can we cut the tape? Yeah,
cut this now.
Yeah, he was like, George Bush didn't care about black people, and then like started just rambling. Yeah,
he just
and yeah, it was bad. Like, what the fuck's going on?
I mean, I've always wondered like, what would I do if I were famous?
What would you do? Or, okay, what would you be famous for? Or want to be?
I don't know, dude. Well, I don't have any sellable talents.
You got a talent. Come on.
What?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, do you...
okay, so fame requires a talent that, like, people recognize. So, like, no one gets famous for, like... I don't know. You gotta have, like, a skill to be famous. I mean, Dan Bilzerian didn't really have a skill, and he's famous. I mean, he got famous poker and just having a beard and being huge. So I guess that's a skill. I don't really know what Joe Rogan brought to the table either.
He started out on a sitcom.
He's just bold.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about ripping the Band-Aid off on anything.
Yeah.
Or talking about drugs in any context.
Yeah.
I don't know. My roommate really thinks I should do stand-up.
Dude,
man. Stand-up, I have to have substance to talk about. I can't just stand in a room and just start cracking jokes. Like how you have to have a plan. You have to like.
Yeah,
you can't just go, "Hey, how's the night been? How the boys doing?"
Yeah.
Am I right?
No,
I think if I could do insult comedy, I would. But I don't know how you do that and not surrender your career if you didn't make it. You're just this dude who just tears people up and then you want to go get a job somewhere. You can't do that.
It can be done. Do you know Joey Diaz?
No.
Okay.
I don't like stand-up comedy, actually.
What the fuck?
I don't watch stand-up comedy. I don't think it's funny.
Like Dave Chappelle.
No.
Pryor.
No. I will not laugh. I do not
Jerry
think it's funny.
Seinfeld.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
I like situational humor, so like Rick and Morty's funny. There's just outlandish stuff. Like Workaholics is funny because it's like situations. It's not like a guy standing up there just cracking jokes.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, did you guys hear about this?
Yeah.
Crack a joke. Okay.
I don't think that's not my style of humor. And I do think Triumph the Insult Comic Dog is the funniest dude ever.
Who?
Okay, so Conan O'Brien has this this dude who wears like a puppet on his hand.
Yeah.
It's called Triumph the Insult Comic. And he just goes to anything and everything and just tears people up. And it's so funny. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's got that big cigar in his mouth.
Yes.
Oh my god. I think that would just be so fun. But there's so many people in the world. There's infinite variability on talent and stuff. So being famous isn't for you trying. Like people who get famous, like just did it, like got there because people noticed eventually.
Yeah.
People that try to get famous are like just kind of like losers. Like,
yeah, or like I feel like they get exploited pretty quickly and then they kind of die off.
I mean, fame's kind of like a different meaning now. Like fame to people now is how many Instagram followers you have.
That's true. Just
like
on any social media.
How many likes did I get? Oh, you don't get 1,000. You're lame. But I mean, that's just all material. Like, I kind of always wondered, like, all these like girls that just post anything and everything on their Instagram to get likes, like, stricken to their dignity, just get thirsty dudes to just get them to 1 million followers, and they call themselves a public figure.
Yeah,
what
okay.
are you doing?
I don't like that at all.
What are you doing to help? Besides boast about yourself and preach self-confidence to girls that might not, with pictures of yourself that are photoshopped and you looking ridiculous. You're not helping their ego at all. Telling them to try hard and you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it when it's like
never stop grinding.
Abs.
Yeah, but you don't know what they did to edit that. You don't. And you know that, like, in real life, they're just addicted to their phone and they're just freaking obsessed about everybody they don't know.
Yeah.
I like, found an interesting quote once. It's like, we try so hard to impress people we don't care about.
Yeah. No.
Really? You do. Like, I'm not saying you do or I do.
Yeah.
It's just like, everybody cares so much about people they don't care about. People don't care about the guy next to them in class, yet they'll want their like and follow on Instagram.
You're right. Fuck. Damn. That's something to think about. Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I've like started to like, I can admit I like am addicted to my phone sometimes. It's just like endless entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Right there. And seeing what everybody else is doing, and caring about what everybody else is doing. It's like, well, what am I doing? I'm laying in my bed watching what you're doing. What life am I living besides being jealous?
Yeah.
So that sucks. So like when I'm on like the bus now, I try to just experiment, like no phone, not touching it, in my pocket, and I just like watch and see interactions and like observe and it's like try to strike a conversation and see how they react to it. Because what were humans like before phones? Everybody talked to each other, or they read the newspaper, which you don't really read the news.
Yeah.
So like if you're sitting at a bus stop and hey,
what's
I
up?
like your shirt.
Yeah.
What are you doing today? What? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah. Or if they even there you go. Or if they even give you the chance. Because most of them will have their headphones in.
Huh? Oh. What? Yeah. No, I hate that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. And then someone else made a great point to me, like, well, on campus when you're walking, how easy to strike a conversation to people you walk past. Like,
okay, well, that's the exception. But if you're sitting down next to somebody and you both are just sitting there waiting for something, whether it be a classroom or you're just waiting for a bus,
I just
fuck it.
I think there will be an uprising against technology. Like there always is a rebellious group. Like I don't know. It's going to start to be cool to not be on it. There's going to be like a uprising of like flip phones, I bet. Because if you think about like how much input you're putting into that, and I don't know where it all goes. I'm not one of these like big government, so he's watching like, they're just watching my boring ass.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Uh-huh.
But if you have a flip phone, like how much data mining can really get to you from that? I got friends who deleted all social media and off the grid, and they like says it changed their life. But I'm like kind of on that side, but I'm also kind of against it because like it's a way to keep in touch with people.
Yeah, especially people that you haven't seen in a really long time or talked to in a long time.
Yeah, you just you don't need to choose to be addicted to it, which is tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's like taking heroin in moderate doses, and you just don't do that. Like when you're on Instagram, Facebook, you're gonna keep doing it. It's like, so I got friends who just delete the app on their phone, and they can only do it on their computer. Well, if you're out and about, I don't have my computer on me at school because the screen's broke, but I wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
So like, how much time in a day do you save not doing that stuff? I don't know. I don't keep a timer on it. That'd be kind of interesting if like Instagram gave you a timer on how many hours per day you're on it or something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because you can only see the data, how much data was used. Maybe there should be an app for that. No, I don't know. But no, that's a good point. Because I feel like it'd be easily like an hour, 2 hours. Easy.
How many hours a day? 24. How many hours do you sleep? 8.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
How much are you in class? How many hours of the class were you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever? A lot. I can admit to it. I know I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to pay attention in class because the guy doesn't make any sense. What am I going to waste my time doing that? I'm just going to have to learn it all outside of class. Might as well have fun.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And I always think it's funny, like, people always like, I'm so lonely, I just wish someone would talk to me, but it's on, like, and then no one would talk to you in real life because you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Preaching about how you're lonely.
When you can change it, yeah. It's a good point.
I wish I could have seen socializing before. Like, as kids, what did we do growing up without a phone and stuff?
We went over to each other's house.
Played in dirt. I don't know. I mean, but like now it's shut up, kid. Here's your iPad.
Yeah.
So what is I'm curious to see what that generation like growing right now will be like. Will it be socially awkward people? I don't know. Maybe. Are they going to be crazy smart? Who knows? I feel like, I mean, like, technology's definitely helped us get smarter, and it's also helped us get dumber at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can figure out anything you want instantly. You just got to know to figure it out, or have the want to figure it out over looking at pictures of half-naked women.
Yeah.
The internet's powerful, man. Like, you could definitely, like, figure out a lot of important things if you really wanted to, or knew. And that's the other things, like, I've started to notice, like, the more I've learned, the less I know about. The more you know, the less you realize you don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
which is like the wisdom of life. Like, you need that. Like,
coming to college, like, opened my eyes to whole new, like, topics that I never even knew existed. Mm-hmm. And it took coming here to figure that out. I mean, you go through Evan's library and you look at those books, you're like, some guy wrote this. Some guy, a group of guys figured all this out, and they're long gone forgotten. Now they're just left in a book in the library that no one looks at because books are becoming obsolete. And my friend's like, dude, they just need to digitize this whole place. I'm like, fuck, that's some Fahrenheit 451 shit, man. Like, books are still cool, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're a pain. They don't really make any sense technically now. You can just e-read everything, but I don't even have one of those because I don't really like reading.
Yeah, no, like, I've had online textbooks that e-read shit. Dude, I won't do it.
I can't read from a screen. I don't know what it is.
Fuck no. I can't. Yeah, same here. Like, I have to buy the book, which is so annoying.
And my friend, like, has to have Control F. I'm like, index. I don't know. And then remember how we used to use dictionaries?
Yeah. I used one yesterday. Yeah.
A manual dictionary?
Going through it.
I remember in, like, elementary school we learned how to use a dictionary. Or a phone book.
Yeah, they're like, hey, do you see all these, these colored tabs?
Yellow Pages is probably dead.
Probably.
Remember, I used to get a phone book delivered to my house, or not my house, my parents' house, like every year, I think, or 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
We used to just have piles of them.
And you could look up whoever, like, oh yeah, let me see. What's his last name? Look him up. Now you can go on Facebook, instant message him, find out his number there. They might even have their email listed.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess this is just kind of like I don't know if paradox is the right word, but like how every like generation like talks shit about the younger one. Like old people talk shit about our parents talk shit about, I guess, whatever's between us and our parents, and then those people talk shit about us, and we're like
talking shit about
and they're
ourselves.
Like, well, why are they always so salty and blah blah blah? Well, now it's kind of like, damn, now I'm that guy. Like, why are they always doing this? Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I guess you just gotta realize that this shit changes. It's never gonna be the way you want it.
Yeah.
Ever.
How are you gonna adapt? How are you gonna react?
And you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be a cookie cutter. Then you're weird.
Right?
You're out. You talk to people?
Right.
Why? And it's just funny, like, my dad's always like, be where you are, man. You went out of your way to go to the North Gate or something with your friends, be there. Don't tell everybody else about it. You're there. Enjoy who you're with.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard now. Everybody, and then like, I think it's just like a subliminally, like, you kind of like brag. So like putting something on your Snapchat story is you kind of like showing off, more or less. I mean, always making yourself look like the best you can be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But when I put stuff on my Snapchat story, I don't care what it is, an ugly picture of myself or something. Whatever. People don't like me for that. Screw you.
I don't post on my story at all.
I mean, I do have like,
very
if I'm like
rarely.
somewhere cool and there's something cool, like, yeah, I'm not going to film like 40 videos of me ranting in my car about politics or how the train's there. No thanks. And then, or just friend being goofy, eating nasty stuff or something. I don't know, funny stuff.
Yeah.
I think everything's about being funny. If you can't make a joke out of anything, your life's gonna be sucky for you.
Right? Oh my god.
If you take everything serious, shit sucks.
Or like some people that can't laugh at themselves. I'm like, come on, man. Like, don't be so serious. Like it's.
Do I look good right now?
It's like, yeah, you look fine. Fuck.
Damn it. I don't know if I look good right now, man. I just, who cares?
Who fucking cares?
And like, people that do that attract people that also care about themselves too much. And it's just, I don't know, it's material relationship or something. It's tough to find people that are just content.
Yeah.
That's why, like, my friend group's usually a bunch of people that are just hooligans that aren't actual hooligans. Like, my friend Joey, like, he just doesn't give a shit. He just fun, but he's still, like, an ethical dude, but he just likes being stupid. I like that.
He enjoys it, yeah.
Yeah, he likes messing with people. I like messing with people. Like, I mean, what if you were in the MSC and some dude comes up to you shooting Spider-Man webs at you, like acting like Spider-Man? Like, that's what he does to people. He acts like Spider. Like, I remember one time he crouched down and like at people, and they're just like, "Oh, what?
Like, what are you doing? Stop!"
Or you just like go up to people and just, like, bark at them or something. Like, I don't know. It's fun seeing. It's so funny how you can embarrass yourself, but you'll embarrass the person you're talking to more than yourself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
No,
if
yeah,
I were
makes
like,
sense.
I don't know, just walk somebody and act like a hooligan, it embarrasses them more than the person doing the insane, embarrassing act, which I think is funny. And with, like, during the first week of school, Joey and I would always go mess with banner holders. You know, people holding those signs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You just go up and you just act completely dumb. Just,
like, what do you do?
What's this? You just have, like, very, very awkward small talk.
Uh-huh.
And you just like eat their flyer, shove it in your mouth and walk away, and they're just like, what?
Like, why did he do that? What compelled
It's
him?
interesting. I think it's fun.
Oh, do what you enjoy.
Yeah. I do what I enjoy, typically. I mean, if that means... I don't really know if I enjoy school, but I'm still there. Because I know I have to do it. And I'm paying for it. Shit. Yeah, my parents pay for the first half, and I pay for the second half.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a good trade-off.
Yeah, I got some ownership in it now, so now I get a little pissed off when my teachers suck. It's definitely helped, for sure.
No.
I get fed up and say something in class, "Hey man, no one understands what you're talking about. Start over."
Really?
I've had to do that. Yeah.
Damn,
I'm paying right now. How much does a class cost per every day that you show up? I don't know.
One class?
$80 per day. No, it's not $80 a day. I calculated it out. I broke my tuition down into per hour, and then 3 credit hours, multiply that, and then I had how many class days do I have per semester, and I broke it down, and it was $15 a class or something.
Holy shit.
Something like that. I can't remember. But I mean, when you're sitting there spending $15 to have a guy yell nonsense at you, to go learn it on your own and get pissed off and stay up all night, it's what am I doing? This sucks. So I remember one time just called the teacher out, we're not learning. What you need to fix, this sucks. I'll be honest. And he got all mad at me, and then he ended up giving the whole class 12 points back on a test because I caught him pulling a fast one.
What'd he do?
He just wanted it worded in an exact way. I was well, isn't what we all wrote answering the same question the same way? It's just not what you want. He's and get all mad. I'm look, dude, if you want it verbatim out of your mouth, why don't you just take your own test and give yourself satisfaction? Get over yourself, man. Everybody's different. Everybody answers everything different. You want it verbatim? What are you teaching us how to do? Memorize? Or are you trying to teach us how to freaking learn a concept and spell that on a test? No. You got all short-circuited, and then next day, gave us all of our points back. That was kind of a victory against the man for me. It's been a while since that's happened, but I just kind of stuck it up and deal with it now. You can't win the battle, or you can't win the war. You can win a couple battles.
Oh man,
it takes a lot to change a school system, I think.
For sure, especially this one. This one's interesting,
and it's I'm in the engineering school, so all the teachers there are researchers. Mm-hmm. So they're not necessarily teachers; they just care about the research and getting their shit done. So teaching's kind of
help me get my shit
done. Kind
of
a coach teaching history in high school. They don't care about the history class; they just care about their coaching the football team. Making a win, taking a victory. Football.
While they're trying to get
trying to teach a history class. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I guess that's my school rant.
No, man. Please, no, it's something to think about because I'm taking Math 140 right now, and I haven't taken math in 2 years. So I don't know shit, basically. So I've had to relearn a bunch of shit.
Is it pre-cal?
It's in between. Pre-cal, I feel it is.
In calculus?
Yeah.
It's probably, what's it called?
I have no idea.
Math 140?
Math 140.
So that must be the precursor to 141, which is business calc.
But 141 is easier. That it has less stuff than 140.
I mean, you struggling hard in it?
I was until I went to I paid for a tutor. It's 4.0 and go.
Oh yeah, check out A+.
A+.
4.0 and go I've found to be quite the just chaotic place.
Well, I already paid a season pass, so.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your teachers at?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, hey man, I just took a test and I felt okay.
I know, he's good, but that guy, he shows up 20 minutes late. He's a raging alcoholic. Has to be.
Oh yeah, I kind of caught that vibe because
beer gut, man.
Dude, that and he doesn't give a fuck. He's cracking jokes left and right.
Too.
And oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember one time
Yeah, I'll definitely cut out his name so it's all good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
He just like is like, oh, we got this Asian guy working at this store. Maybe his name's like I don't know, Nagasaki or something. And he like laughed it off. And we're all kind of like, all right,
Okay.
all right,
This is our
yeah, all right, tutor.
Yeah.
Guy teaching me, and like it sucked, man. Like noon or midnight to 2 a.m. tutoring. Oh, and then you have to go wake up 5:30.
Yeah.
God damn it. You're just a zombie. Trying to stay awake and tutoring is even worse. Those days are past me, though. There's no more tutoring for all the classes I'm taking.
Good for
all
you, man.
9 hours I'm taking, plus 3 hours wine tasting. Oh.
Oh.
I definitely shot myself in the foot taking wine tasting. Because
Do
I was at 9 hours, right?
Uh-huh.
What is 9 hours? Part-time student.
Yeah.
Part-time student pays what? A different rate than full-time student.
Yeah, you pay like a shit ton, right?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't know. I know that like taking wine tastings set me to full-time student. So I don't know what the price difference was from 9 hours to 12 hours. I probably lost like $1,000.
Oh my god.
I should have thought about it harder. And I'm probably going to Q drop wine tasting because I just go to it for fun. I don't care about it. It's not required for my major, so I just...
Oh,
it's a fun class.
Like,
You just sip wine and learn about grapes and then go to Messina Hoff. And sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like a bullshit class that they would offer at a state institution, though.
It's not a bullshit class.
It's not?
No, dude, this dude's an expert. This is
Oh,
like a doctorate, like horticulture grapeologist.
What the fuck? That's okay.
He's
interesting.
He's got it. He's definitely a good teacher, but I just don't care about the I took a test yesterday. I didn't even study for it. I'll just wait till November and I'll Q drop. I got like 3 Q drops left and I graduate in December. Why not? But if you think about what a Q drop is, you just paid for a class. For
$1,000.
Something like that. I don't know. My tuition bill was like $5,500 this semester or something. I don't remember. I had to pay it though.
Fuck.
That wasn't fun feeling.
Yeah, dude. Mine was basically $6,000.
And add a meal plan to it, add campus housing. You're just looking at like a $10,000 freaking statement.
God damn it. My bad.
Dude, no worries.
Oh my god.
So how about you elaborate on what it's like showing up to a foreign school? What do you do? I can't imagine it, because that's why I joined the Corps, was an immediate group of friends.
You're all going through the same shit.
Because it's so easy to become a no one in a town surrounded by everyone.
Yeah. And
that's weird.
That's how I've kind of felt. It's just been kind of like a hard transition because I had a really good friend, like girlfriend, that I know here, and her and I like broke it off, but
Oh, recently?
yeah, so like it sucks. But
Like yesterday?
no, like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So like,
Oh, damn. So that's why you came to A&M?
not entirely.
But she opened your eyes to it being existing? Okay.
Yes. Like she and her family like pretty much like were like, hey, you should really go and think about like I never thought of A&M until like they told me.
Oh, then now you're here. The reason you're here just got cut out.
Not the, I don't want to say the reason, but she was a huge
The
part.
exposure. I'm not like you followed her here. It's just like, hey, this exists. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
like she was real good. Like she's a real good friend of mine, and then she's not here. She's not around. Like she's here, but her and I aren't like talking or anything like that. So like I'm like, oh, okay.
Bad
like
terms.
so I thought I was going to, learn it with a good friend of mine, but I guess I'm just gonna do this by myself.
Damn.
So, cool.
Bad terms, huh?
Not entirely. It's just, it sucks. Like that's what I've gotten.
Well, maybe that's the grand plan. You're supposed to do this alone. Figure it out.
And that's what I've like come to.
I mean,
sit
everyone
well with.
I know that brings in a high school girlfriend or whatever, it doesn't last.
Yeah.
It's just such a different environment. You got to figure out who you are. You don't know who the hell you are. Well, you might.
No, I don't.
No one knows who they are as a freshman. Like, to say that you're going to stick with this one person, you're going to inhibit them from meeting somebody that might actually be their match just based off your high school interaction love is kind of unfair to both parties.
Exactly.
I mean, I have no idea who she is. I have no idea how y'all were, but, like, maybe there's another fish in the pond.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary for me is, like, there's, like, I'm graduating in December. There's no reason to pick up a relationship and hold them back or, so, like, sacrifice a career choice.
Yeah.
Because I read this really interesting article the other day, like, when I was getting all philosophical or some shit in bed before bed. In bed before bed. What was it? Bed. Well. And then, like, they're like, what would you do with your life if I told you you're never going to find love ever? What would you do differently? How would you act? If I were to tell you, I was some oracle said, like, you're never going to find a girlfriend, you're not going to have one, you're never going to find a wife, never. What would you do differently? What kind of risks would you take? What kind of, like, experiences? Because most people make every choice deep down rooted to wanting to find or attract someone else. So, like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to Milwaukee, or I'm gonna move to New York because I want to. But, like, oh no, I kind of want to stay in College Station because there's a bunch of hot chicks. Like, I don't know though. Like, imagine, like, your big choices you'd make. Well, I mean, family plays part of it too, but, like,
no, like, how
would you act if you went into a club and you didn't have to, like, try to find or impress or be like, the nature, like, male seeking female mate? Like, we're all hardwired for that.
Yeah.
Right? Huh. How would you act? What would you do differently?
Oh, I'd go off.
What, a good or bad way?
I mean, a majority good way, but I mean, if I knew that I wasn't...
But at that moment that you're acting like how you want to be, who you are, somebody will find you, probably.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Just don't live.
Do what you want.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a risk and it might be scary, but, like, I don't know. It's better than settling with somebody who might hold you back. I don't know. It's supposed to be like a team thing, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. And that was, like, a big part of it. Like, it was very one-sided. So, yeah.
Well, look at it as an opportunity.
Exactly.
I mean, it's shitty. Breaking up with anybody's shitty. It's not like it's like, yes, unless it was bad.
Yeah. Which I've had that too. But this wasn't one of them. This one really sucked. But yeah.
I mean, I'll indoctrinate you in my friend group anytime if you want.
Thanks, man.
If you want.
Of course. No, that...
we do some pretty stupid things. Like, we're not, like, partiers or anything.
Yeah, I'm not a partier at all.
I'm too old for that shit now. I mean, hell, Joey and I usually go to Northgate sober and, like, act like we're doing street magic to mess with people. Like, one time we brought, like, a fidget spinner and a vape. And we're like, dude, we're gonna make a hurricane. Like, spin the fidget spinner and you blow, like, the vape on it. Or you, like, try to, like, I'm gonna do a magic trick. You get the fidget spinner on one finger, you try to toss it to the other, and you drop it on the ground and you just run away. People are like, what was that? Magic.
Like, oh my god.
He got a little nervous. Sorry.
Sorry, man. He didn't take his medicine. Oh, man. I like that, though.
It's a really good thought.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like a thought that you should, like, think about, but you can't actually, like, always live by it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking a big risk with my career choice. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on a rotation plan. So, like, I find out in November if I move to Rhode Island or Kansas or Georgia or Texas. I don't know where the hell I'm going.
That's badass.
Yeah. So, like, if I were tied down to somebody I met, next week.
Oh, dude,
would that influence how I feel about ditching? Probably.
Yeah. Especially
how do I tell some chick I met, like, in a week and we've known each other for 3 months that, hey, I'm going to Rhode Island, like, follow me or hate me, it's your choice. Like, then again, you can't rule out that maybe that is the person, maybe they will follow you, who knows, but are you cheating them out of an opportunity? Like, what if their career field's in California? Is it cool to keep that distance? Is it worth it? I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Plus, I always seem to have more fun just guys being dudes. You get like chicks hanging around. I don't know. People act different.
Yeah.
People try to impress them. People try to get like, it's like a dominance thing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
A bunch of like at 6th Street the other like week. I've like never been. I don't really like club or anything. I went to some club and had, got lubed up like alcohol.
Yeah. Lubed up.
Not actually lubed up, but
I was like, okay.
And I just went on some dance stage where like girls normally go and just ruffled the whole scene. It's some dumbass dude dancing on stage. Doesn't know how to dance. I don't know how to dance. And I just kept pulling dudes up on the stage. So it was just like a big middle finger to this club that like you're not showing off these women. Like, and people thought it was funny as hell. Like,
of course.
And people liked it. I don't know. It was interesting. It was kind of like, it was like a rebellious act that I was doing or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes a girl twerking in a cage on stage or something. It's just materialistic dudes want. I had a blast.
No, I mean, fuck, you enjoyed it.
I probably would have gotten kicked out if I were at Northgate doing that. Just saying.
You think so? Like,
Oh,
get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. If you went to Icon and you started dancing on those cages, they'd probably kick you out.
Oh.
Because you're not attracting a crowd. Like.
Oh, yeah, you're attracting chaos.
Yeah, like, they want to have eye candy to attract more clients, I guess. But now,
you're
like,
telling me you're not eye candy?
to each their own. Some might say that, some probably not. More on the not side.
Hey, man, you never know.
But yeah, it was. And then, yeah, I had a great night. It's like the first time. I mean, I had to drop $50 to do it.
Fuck.
Stuff ain't cheap out there, man. And I don't enjoy any kind of alcohol. It all tastes terrible. I think you might like it.
I hate drinking. I don't drink at all.
I mean, there's a time and place for it. We're doing it every single day. I don't agree with necessarily. I mean, any substance every day is not like a good lifestyle. You're just like creating a false reality and burying away feelings and stuff and masking it with a false reality, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not really experiencing a false reality when you're drunk.
Yeah.
But I always think it's funny how drunk people, like, the real feelings come out. Like, it's like you magnified or something.
Yeah.
So when someone's being like an asshole drunk, you're like, you're probably an asshole in real life too. Like,
you just don't want to show it.
Yeah, you're just like a dick at heart. Like, that's what you are, man. Like, and people at Northgate, man, they're just serious assholes. I don't know, life's too short to be an asshole. Like, that's kind of like mentality where I'm in like engineering ethics, and like they're like, how do you create an environment here where people can talk? And I just said, don't be an asshole. She loved it. She's like, that's a great quote. I'm like, all right,
sweet. I'm glad you liked it.
I mean, like, I immediately can tell who someone is when like we're at dinner and they treat the waiter like shit.
Yeah. That kind of gets me.
There's an element of servitude going on, and you can't give them respect for helping you. I mean, you're giving them a tip, or it's not actually servitude, but like,
no, it's like common respect with like other people that you interact with that you don't know.
Yeah,
like yeah, show respect to the people that you love and you hang out with, but like people you don't know also do that. Not be a dick to them.
So, like, a lot of jobs interview people over dinner now. They don't give you an interview. They, like, watch how you treat a server.
Really?
I mean, that's a clear cut. I mean, you're not trying to get a job from the server, so you're not going to kiss their ass.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So how they act to them, it's like a true representation of who they are outside of, like, an interview setting. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I worked at Mickey D's in high school for 2 years, so I've been on the other side of people just
shitting on you.
Yeah, shitting on you. And you're like, what happened to you in life, man? Like, you freaking out over
fucking burger.
3 minutes extra, and I had to tell you to, like, move down and wait on your food. Like, get over it. Think how long cooking dinner takes you. waiting, 3 minutes for nuggets, and you're bitching? Like, what are you doing in your life that time is that important to you? Because, like, you must be freaking just, like, saving the world with your time.
Or something.
If you're getting mad over 3 minutes on chicken nuggets, like, you're, like, in charge of, like, NATO or something, and you got a missile you're about to, like, stop. Like, get over it, dude.
Yeah.
The disrespect. And I ran an experiment one time where I put a tip jar out just to see what people do. And it like, actually pissed people off. They'd look at it and go, "You want tips?" I'm like, I didn't say I want it. I just left it out there. Like, you don't get tips. I'm like, you actually just said that. Like,
wow.
I'm like, have you compared what a waiter does and what a McDonald's employee does? It's the same thing. It's just rapid.
Yeah.
And you're in a drive-thru, like, we listen to you, we, like, process it, we get your money, we bag it, we drink it, and we deliver it. And you don't think, like, anything of it. This is expected.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny. By the end of an 8-hour shift, I got 88 cents.
Well,
and I split it in half with my other coworker because that's what a tip is. So I was like, this is what public really is, man. This is terrible. So it started to, like, bog me down. I'm, like, pessimistic about the world. And I was like, I need to get out of this place. Because it was just too ridiculous. But, you have this random people that are, like, awesome.
Yeah.
And somebody that is understanding, somebody that does care, and somebody that, like, is friendly. And that, like, those moments do help you through, like, the freaking soccer moms and their Escalades just demanding. And
then if you get something wrong, why did they come back?
And, like, you're just, like, kind of a laughing stock. You're a McDonald's employee. Like, why is that a laughing stock? Like, it's not like you're, like, I don't know, you're still helping in like some way or another to the world, I think.
Yeah, like that's the go-to for, like, I remember in teachers in high school.
Yeah, you want to be a McDonald's employee. It's like, well, do you want to be homeless? Do you want to be a prostitute? Is McDonald's really that bad? I mean, I know people that, I don't know anybody, but people have gone from the bottom and gone to the top if they're really that dedicated.
I think they make like 50,000, 60,000 a year as like a
manager.
Yeah, lead manager.
Oh, if you're a store manager, yeah, maybe. But if you're a shift manager, you're making $10 an hour.
Oh, okay. Then,
which sucks for how much responsibility you have. It ain't worth it, man. I honestly, like, if I could, like, go, like, probe the public for people if I were ever in hiring, like, if I ever see that, like, you've had, like, fast food experience, I think that is, like, a very valuable lesson you need to have. Or any kind of servitude experience where you're, like, you're the public's bitch.
Yeah, oh man, I used to work for an Italian restaurant. That shit was fucking rough.
People are so critical over something under $10.
People are critical over shit that is over $10.
Meaningless.
Yeah.
It's like you're, like, wanting to change how I think of you over something meaningless that's going to be a turd tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
It's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
I mean, I was the same way when I was mowing lawns. People would freak out over a $20 lawn. It's like, it'll grow back. Sorry. Like, if it's habitual and I'm, like, purposely sabotaging it, yeah, there's an issue. But, like, when accidentally, like, string trim a bald spot by accident on a hump, like, it's an accident.
Like, I don't know your yard. I didn't see that.
Yeah, like, I'm not creating a Picasso over here for $20. Like, it's a yard. I don't know, people that are, like, hypercritical like that, it sucks dealing with people like that. But, I mean, those are the people that you need in the world, too, because they're very critical about things that are important, so.
Yeah.
That guy might be really critical of his yard, but he also might be really critical about the space shuttle he's working on. Yeah. People's lives are like, bridge integrity or something. So it's all about perspective, I guess.
Yeah. No, but you have to have perspective. A lot of people don't have perspective. They don't think about the other way around. They only have their way. So, no, that's good. That's good that you look at both sides.
I mean, it is hard to look at both sides sometimes. Like, I can be pretty negative about some things, but I just call it real. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time being the sun's shining rainbows guy. There's always, like, real side to something or something. There's always like there's always something more to a decision, I think, or like a situation. Like, there's no way it can be this good. Like, what's the catch?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm trying to think of a situation like that, but
like you're skeptic on a lot of things.
yeah,
Like always.
pretty much.
Okay.
Because I've just been let down so much. It's like,
really?
I don't want to give my hopes up on too much. Well, I haven't been let down. It's just like,
You've had plenty of experiences to where
Yeah.
like, okay.
you gotta, be a little skeptic about things. Otherwise, you can really, like, things hurt more,
Yeah.
I guess. Like,
How so, if I may ask?
I don't know, like, say, like, I were to promise you, like, I don't know, some tickets to F1, and you're just hyped. Like, that's making your year. But then, like, oh, shit, it fell through, and it just, like, ruins you because you're so happy about it. It's like,
Damn.
you always got to keep, like, maybe that won't happen. Like, if it does, I'll be very pleasantly surprised and happy. But until then, I'm just going to be like, yeah, could happen. I don't know.
Damn.
Just, like getting a job was very rough in that regard. Like, my brother waited, like, he was jobless for a year out of college. And, like, what does that do to your psyche?
Fuck,
Like, you're worthless.
Yeah.
You went to college, now you're back home. It just sucks. Like, am I worthless? No. It's just someone hasn't discovered me yet or something. And, like, it's really hard in this day and age to get noticed because there's so many people going to college. Your sample size for picking is just huge now. I mean, just because you went to college, that's just like, okay, you're another one. Here, apply online.
So, like, that'd be like a question to ask. Like, do you think a degree really means much now? A lot of people are getting them. Everyone has it.
It's the new standard. It's still important, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
because it, like I said earlier, it's a proof that you know how to learn,
Mm-hmm.
more
That's
or less.
true.
It doesn't really mean that you're a smart person. That's what an interview's for. Is, are you a person? If I'm sitting here rattling off saying like, oh yes, I would like to diverse myself as a leader, and that I would really respect and uphold the values that you stated. It's like, okay, that's not you. Like, if I ever get the ability to interview someone or something, like, I want to know who they are, not some canned thing they studied for, memorized the response. Because, people hire people they like. At the end of the day, that's another abused word in the world. At the end of the day, I call it the beginning of the night.
I mean, technically, you're right.
But, like, because, it's all about people skills, like a team. If you're likable and, like, you can observe multiple opinions, like, you can learn anything. It's all about being, like, shapeable. So if you get some guys, like, predisposing that he's a genius and he's a 4.0, like, do you want that? Yeah, he might be, like, a crazy, awesome, smart dude, but is he going to be pretentious and expecting a promotion and mad you don't pay him what he deserves? Or do you hire a C student who tried his ass off and he just doesn't have that intellect, but he's a good dude? My grandpa always said I hired C students over 4.0s because I know they'd work hard. But, a C student could be a shitty dude too. Like, that's what an interview's for. Is like,
Yeah.
Are you a C student because it was just that hard, like difficult, or are you a C student because you screwed around? It's all about the interview, I think.
Oh, that's a good point. And I now, was that your first interview for, like, Carpool? Like,
What?
was that your first time interviewing for Carpool?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was?
Oh yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that was fun. I definitely would go on tangents with everybody. It's just fun interviewing someone.
Yeah. No, it was fucking hilarious. You're like, well, okay, before you answer this question now, think about who has the upper hand here. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
No, I wasn't gonna cut you for anything.
Yeah. No, I just thought it
it's
was
fun,
hilarious.
like, just hearing how people respond to things.
Yeah, and the $1 million question, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I asked you if I gave you $1 million, you had to spend it on material items, not for anyone else, for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to selfishly spend $1 million. What would you do? And you were smart about it, prick.
That's how I am, man.
If I had $1 million, it definitely wouldn't. It'd be like winning the lottery. What would it do to you? Would it ruin you or help you? I know, like, if I were to win the lottery, I'd definitely be scared for my life.
I would be too.
The one dude told me, like, the worst thing ever happened to you. I'm like, damn, thanks. Because, you know, you get all these friends, they just want a $10,000. Everybody has a $10,000 problem. Dude, I just need 10 grand yet.
Just need 10 grand.
People you never talk to, family members that you never talk to. So then Mark Cuban worded it in this one way. He's like, if I were to win the lottery, or like, if I were to like, have that situation occur, and a family member that I haven't talked to in years wants to me to borrow money, I'd say, if I give you this 10 grand, you are never going to talk to me ever again. I never want to see you again. What would they like? Would they still want it? Because that's pretty much like,
that's all they're there for.
Like, you want a material thing, I want a material thing. Like, you want my money, I want you to go away. Like, would they still accept it? And be like, yeah.
Damn.
It just shows if they actually care about you or not.
That's true.
Money's evil. But we all have to have money, sadly.
Yeah.
Because if you did what you love every day of the life, you'd never work a day in your life or whatever. But if that were true, jobs wouldn't pay you. I mean, you have to have money to survive.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Drives a lot of decisions. I mean, if money weren't an issue, I'd be in like Maui, like having the time of my life. Or no, right now, I'd probably be downhill mountain biking in Colorado.
Oh, that sounds fucking sweet.
Never done it. I want to do it so bad.
Yeah,
I've been really getting into mountain biking and
trails and shit.
Yeah, I could like rent a downhill bike and kill it or kill myself on it. Either one's definitely gonna happen.
Hell yeah, man! I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, there's like some trails around here that.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Lake Bryan, they're garbage. No downhill. You just have to pedal your ass off. Just working out. But I mean, that's good for you, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So I usually stick to like skate park stuff for like BMX. If I'm gonna like have my jumpy thing.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I BMX'd like all throughout middle school and high school, more or less. I never got any good at it. I was just there for fun. It was like hanging out with a bike underneath you.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. I mean, it kept me out of trouble. I never partied in high school or anything. I just BMX'd with my good ass friends. We messed around and were degenerates in public. I don't know.
No, that's cool, man. Huh. Okay, so you still do it?
It's been harder and harder to do it. Like, it's just finding time and people to go do it with. And like, it just sucks getting hurt. Like, damn, I just hate shit. That hurts. I'm not just a rubber band human anymore. I just get up and keep going or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it's hot as hell outside. Why am I going to go to the concrete park? But as like a middle schooler, you don't care. You just, hell yeah, I'm getting out of my house. Sweet. Friend's 16. Let's drive to the skate park. Let's go eat McDonald's before it.
Hell yeah. Simpler times. Fucking simpler times, man.
Yeah, everybody's always like, man, enjoy your childhood. It's the best time. I'm like, what are you talking about? I want to drive. I want to like be an adult.
Yeah. I want to like road trip. I want to do that.
It's like road trips don't happen unless you have the money.
Yeah. Shit. Damn, that is a thing. All right, let me get a job. Now I'm stressed out about the job, but I'm doing school.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't road trip because of my car. I don't know if it'll last either.
Yeah, that too. It's like, oh, it's a really old car. Well, I guess I can't road trip. Fuck. This. That. When you were a kid, it didn't fucking matter. Try running outside without your phone or ID or any of that. Just you and a bike.
Yeah.
Try and do that now. You probably have a small little breakdown.
You're worried.
Yeah.
You're scared, dude. Like you don't have your phone in your pocket. Oh, where's this there?
Like, what if I get shot, die, no one knows who I am? What the fuck?
They can identify you by your teeth if worse comes to worse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if like you're a burned pile in a field or something.
Just a pile of ash.
Hopefully we're not that.
Yeah, fuck.
Hopefully the decency to keep some skin around.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
But yeah, it's just... I don't know. I think it'd be funny to like run around with nothing. I don't know. You have to have your wallet. You have to have your phone. Like, you have to have your keys. Like, it's crazy.
Back then, you didn't give a fuck.
No
Get on your bike and just be like, when do I need to be home? 7.
You didn't have a watch. I didn't have one.
Oh,
just
I didn't
rode
have
around
one.
a cul-de-sac and messed around.
Till it got dark. You're like, all right, guys.
Gotta go back. Gotta go eat dinner.
And that's it. Damn, fuck.
I miss being a kid.
Right?
Well, now I miss it. I guess I was happy to not be a kid when I was a kid.
I was like, okay, all right.
And then like another thing is like when you're young, you have the body to do everything, but you don't have the money to do everything. When you're old, you have the money to do everything, but you don't have the body to do everything. So it's like, if I'm just really rich and had the mindset I do now and wasn't a prick about it, I could go have fun all the time, not be pretentious. But I guess I gotta earn it. I guess that's what the 30s are for. 30s. I'm 23 now. It's like I got 7 years till I'm 30.
Fuck.
And 30's like damn, you're like a real adult. Like you're like a little kids call you sir, and parents get mad if they don't call you sir kind of parent or adult.
Yeah. I've kind of, I don't know. Like, did you ever experience when you were like 13, 14, maybe even 15 and 16, you're like, dude, when I'm 20, fuck, like I'm gonna do that. When I'm like 22, 24, dude, I'm gonna be done with college, got that job, dude, I'm gonna be a fucking adult. And then here you are, 22, right. 20, and you're like, oh, that's right, I'm still a fucking kid, like trying to figure shit out. And guess what? Like, so I feel like everyone is a giant baby. They just know how to hide it. Or some. I feel like there are some dads, some moms that have really figured it out. But
yeah, that's just also like another thing I've noticed is like just all these people you thought were like adults really aren't. No. None of one's actually an adult. You're just a big kid, more or less, that figured out how to put on a fake mask to get where you need to be. Something. I could be shooting at myself in the foot for saying that, but I don't know.
You're fine.
Fine.
Bro, I got like 15 of these, so.
1,500. So how do you like? How do people find you on YouTube and stuff?
You just type it in. KyleYZ.
I mean, how do people blow up? That's what I want to know.
There's a way you can pay for ads. You can pay for stuff like on YouTube and stuff. And then the rest of it, I think it's just chance. You got to have like this. Like I've had the conversation to where you just have to do some crazy shit. And then you could probably do your own lane. I'm just starting from my own lane, so it's like, I don't know if I'll ever get big, but do I really want to? For this, like this is for me, man. Like I love doing this shit. Keeps me on top of my game, and I love talking to people. Have like a real conversation. Like how often do you actually sit right across from someone and have a 3-hour, 2-hour conversation? Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Exactly.
Never.
Like never. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? And like the whole thing is it's just a conversation. You can talk about whatever the fuck. Like it doesn't matter. Like this, like I love this shit. Like I have so many conversations. Like have you had them with like your grandma, your grandpa? Like those crazy conversations that like changed your life. Like on an outlook that you had. Like wow, for the next year, that's what I'm going to do. And it was from a conversation and you're trying to like look back at it. Now I can like look back at this conversation like, oh man. Like you've said some stuff that like have really hit me and I appreciate it. And that's why I love having people do this. Because it not only is it a lot of time out of their day, but I'm trying to share what I can, what little stuff I know, what wisdom that I've picked up, and what you've picked up. Because you're 3 years old. You're 3 years older than me.
You're 20?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I would have thought you were 20, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a 23-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like like what you've learned and what you've already told me, you've got a lot of stuff that like has helped me, like shaped who I am, and I can always look back at this.
There's some quote I remember. It's like, advice is a form of nostalgia, and dispensing it is like taking the trash or like taking something out of the trash and wiping it off and selling it for something more than it's worth.
Hey, that's something to look at.
Because, you know, like, no one ever dispenses advice for actually how it was or, like, what the real experience is that, like...
They kind of make it into
you
their
don't
own.
remember how shitty things were, but you can reflect on it and sit and preach it to somebody and make it important. Like,
yeah.
And it's just about listening. If people would just listen, you could, like... The answers to everything are in front of you. It's just you gotta... People, like... To be important, you have to make the other person feel important.
Yeah.
Like, you'll make more friends in 2 months by valuing someone else than you will if you just value yourself and make yourself important. There's some book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's a really good book.
Damn.
And, like, brings in, like, perspectives, like, about just, like, people like to talk about themselves.
Yes.
So if you're talking about yourself all the time, you lose people. So if you just, like, try to get somebody talking and going about themselves, you win them. Not, like, win them for your own good, like,
no.
whatever. It's just, like, you got them. Like,
They're
look
a
how
friend
much
of
talking
yours.
you've had to do versus me. It's because you're asking about me. I like talking about stuff. Right? So
Yeah.
if you're always talking about yourself and being pompous and, like, everything's about yourself on your Instagram, whatever, your social media, you lose people.
Yeah.
But not really, because you gain followers, because you look good. It's weird.
That's a good way to look at it. No. But, like, this is why I wanted to do it.
So listening is super important. Like, your grandparents, your parents, like, they've already been your age. You know, history
I think they
repeats
know
itself.
something.
Well, you know, not everything's just about Paul Revere. It's about your damn everyday life. When's freaking red coat knowledge going to help you when you're trying to decide where to move or what college to go to? Like, ask people who've done it. That's your history book.
Yeah.
Not freaking Boston Tea Party. That doesn't relate to anything you're going to ever do.
You're right, man.
Yeah, listening. It's a tough skill. People aren't very good at it anymore, I think.
Right.
Because you shut them out with your stuff, items. I mean, think about if you actually paid 100% attention to every person you've ever talked to. And then another thing I've noticed is, like, if you remember someone's name, that's the ultimate form of flattery without having to tell them they look good. Like,
Yeah.
if I walk by some guy like, you know, Zach, and then next week I see him like, hey, Zach, how you doing? He just goes like, damn, that guy remembers me. I was important enough to that guy for him to take time out of his day to remember my name. Like, everybody likes hearing their name too. When your name's called or something, you like it. You just do. I don't know, it makes you feel important.
Exactly.
People like feeling important. So if you get them talking about something, they feel important.
No, it's true, man.
It's true.
Dude, this is hilarious because my parents were here like 2 days ago. My grandpa literally said the same thing. Like, I know it's been tough for you. Like, he was giving me this whole talk, but he was like, do you know almost every person that you've met so far? Do you know their name? I'm like,
I don't.
I'm pretty close, yeah. Like, persons that I've had, like, close interactions with, pretty close. He's like, okay, well, that's good. Do you remember the waiter's name? I'm like, fuck.
No, because there's some, Roosevelt, I think, was the president. In this book I told you to read, like, he apparently remembered every person he ever met's name. And that's why people loved him so much. You could be some petty dude in the White House and you still know who you are. That's a skill. People are like, I'm bad with names. That's them saying I didn't care enough to actually learn who you are.
Damn.
I think, more or less. But, I mean, I'm also guilty of it, too. Like, it's just hard. There's just so much inflow and so much. And that's why you gotta, like, try to say the person's name in the sentence when you're talking to them. Like, and you gotta have an identifying thing. Like, what did that guy do to remember me? Like, some people say, like, to never, like, remember where you parked, do something ridiculous, and you're like, oh yeah, like I parked over here because I like kicked my door with my foot and it hurt. Like, now I remember that.
Oh, that's a good point.
So like, you know, some people like, you know, it might just be plain cookie. Like maybe it's not worth to remember. I don't know. It's never enough to devalue someone who they are because they're boring or something. You never know who will help you. You never know.
Exactly.
You just don't. You never know. Like some person might be where you are. You know, they might have a connection that you could use. Like connections are how I got my job. So some dude at Lark told me, he's like, hey man, just because you got the love doesn't mean you shouldn't help other people get the love too. So whenever you get an opportunity, make sure you always help somebody else. Okay. So, you know, everybody
Fair
at
enough.
me,
Yeah.
I try to, you know, like give them a lead on something at the company I'm at. Like, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion because I haven't even worked there yet. I was an intern. But still, like, I know people there. It's just worth a shot, you know.
You know, it's something. That's how a lot of people get where they are in the world, because you know somebody. Perfect example, personal experience. I was playing ball. I went to T camp and all that crap. And when we were at one of the get-togethers after it happened, there's a bunch of people playing basketball. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me go ball out. Played basketball a few times. And then when it was all done, everyone like left. Like, all right, man, yeah, good game. And then there was one dude that was like tying his shoe or whatever. I'm like, hey man, name's Kyle. What's up? Blah blah blah. Turns out this guy has like his own podcast as well. Like has his own studio somewhere in College Station. Is like doing the same thing as me, and it was like, hey man, do you want to come on board? Like we could use the help. I'm like, shit. I would have never done it. Not yet.
Maybe it happen.
Right? I need to see him in like, I think the end of this week. But yeah.
He's got his own studio?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's his own space or what. Yeah. Like he's got like a TV set up, everything.
That'd be fun to have like one of those round table kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
because the more people you get, dude, it just can go on for hours, I bet.
Exactly.
It's just like what people are wanting to like watch a 3-hour video of people talking. It's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just tough unless you get celebrities and shit like Joe Rogan with whoever.
Yeah. Oh. No, but I've tried something like that. I had two of my friends and we watched the finals. So like
finals.
Yeah, like the NBA finals.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I sports just
it's
wasn't
cool.
raised sports. Cool. I mean, I don't care if you like sports or not. I like see what you like to do. I like not sports. So
like, what would be something that you would watch? Would we do like commentate a documentary, or what?
I don't know, man. I don't watch too much TV. I really like Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
That's a good show, but you really can't comment on that because it is like it's its own show, man. It holds itself.
Yeah.
I like watching just like cringe videos and stuff. Like I like just weird videos on YouTube, like just funny, weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I like to watch. I like I mean, if I'm gonna watch like sports or something, I like watching motocross. I like watching race car driving because you know my dad used to drive race cars and stuff.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna go to F1. I was like, oh fuck.
Love F1. That's cool stuff. And I don't know, just anything other than like norm on TV. Like you never get to see motocross featured on prime time.
Not anymore.
No, like trophy truck boat racing, like any of that kind of stuff. It's cool. Monster trucks. Stuff's fun.
Have you ever been?
I've been to a monster truck rally when I was like a little kid. It was like awesome.
Yeah, me too.
I want to go as like an adult and just have the time. I want to go to a WWE match.
I haven't been to one since I was like
I've never been.
grade.
I want to just go and just be degenerate and just rage and have the time of my life and just be a crowd member at a WWE match where it's just fake and people just think it's the best thing ever. And on the contrary, I don't like NASCAR.
You don't like NASCAR?
No, it's the same thing. It's a left turn, man. Like,
yeah.
I like variability. I like real talent. Real talent is where I like.
Damn, you're saying that's not talented? I'm just kidding. Anyway.
I mean, it is, but I don't. I don't like. I mean, yeah, I appreciate it, whatever, but I like when people like do diving and like gymnastics and
that's
that is
fucking
like prodigy
work.
stuff.
Yeah.
You can't have a team of people helping you out to do gym. I mean, you can have a trainer, but like in a NASCAR, you have a whole team of staff. You're depending on engineering to make you go as fast as you need to go. Like you're trusting designs. You're just driving. Like diving, like that's flexibility. That's timing. That's no one. I mean, maybe a diving board helps you, but even then, dude, I tried to do diving and that was insanely hard. I tried to do it at college. I like joined some like lessons or something. It paid way too much money just to learn that I'm not fit for it. But I do enjoy like jumping off cliffs and doing backflips and stuff. But having the technique and stuff, it's just
I can't imagine.
Timing, dude. You have to tiptoe down the board. Like have certain steps. You have to have arm swing. You have to. Oh my god, unreal. And flexibility, dude. Like so like diving, like that's just so underrated. Like why aren't those guys heroes in the world? Those guys' work ethic's insane. They don't get a giant complex at anywhere.
Ever.
Yeah, they're not huge, swole. I mean, yeah, they're crazy fit, but they're not like...
Yeah, they're not that aesthetically...
They're not heroes. Kids don't wear a jersey of a diver, a gymnast.
It's true.
And they're probably the straight edge people that don't make bad decisions, and there are actually athletes. Like,
that's true.
It's because they don't let fame get to them. There's no fame involved with it. Maybe there is. I don't know. But, like, fame will screw up anybody, I think. But unless you're like Ellen. She doesn't seem too screwed up.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know who Ellen is.
Right. She's been...
I mean, she gave like $10,000 to that student from A&M. Did you see that? You haven't heard about that?
No.
Dr. Musoma something? He's like some like crazy life story dude who like made it. He like came from like the slums of Africa and he's like a doctorate now. He's here. He like some student is a single mom. She's like, hey, I can't make it. I don't have anybody to watch my kid. And he's like, bring the kid to class. 10-month-old kid. So during the whole lecture, he held the kid, like let the baby stay in the class, and then that like someone counted on video from Facebook, came viral, and Ellen like
reached out,
brought him on the show, and then like gave that single mom like a $10,000 check.
Wow.
And he's like a prodigy now.
Damn.
Just that's because awesome. Of a simple action of his strong beliefs in family. He believes everybody's family because, like, in foreign countries, family's everything. That's how you live. Y'all live in the same room. Stuff, you know, like, family. So he, like, believes in that wholeheartedly in his classroom. So he was just doing... He wasn't trying to, you know, get attention or anything.
Yeah, he was just being himself.
Being a good dude.
Yeah.
You know, somebody emailed me saying, like, hey, can I make... Like, can't make it. I'm like, oh, no. Bring it. Screw it. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that Stucky dude, have you ever seen him?
No.
The rapping professor?
Oh, fucking yeah. Okay, I didn't know his name.
He's hilarious.
So like, Ruben? it is a professor.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought it was just
Stucky.
some guy going ham.
Ruben Stucky, I think.
Do you know what he teaches?
He's a sociology teacher.
I love it. Okay.
He'll like, his tests are hard. His classes are hard, but like. He'll just stop class like, I'm bored, man. We're going to watch my videos. And he'll just like get hyped watching his own YouTube of him rapping. He'll start rapping in class. He just gets like jacked. He'll go rap on like the side of the road. He'll rap in the middle of campus. He's not even like,
yeah, like, no, I've seen him plenty of times on
But he
campus.
does it as like that's what he likes to do. And it takes courage and bravery, I guess, to stand in front of a whole campus and yell what feelings and stuff.
Good for him, man.
And he got some like medal from A&M, and he wears it every day. It's funny. So he's like and he like immerses himself in the student culture. Like he'll sit in the Evans Starbucks with his medal on, just the rapping professor, and he'll like go to Northgate. He'll like go and bar hopping with everybody.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking hilarious. Stucky, that's his name.
And everybody will remember him. Stucky. Did something different. Musoma did something different, and he's like a hero now.
Damn.
Do something different.
What am I?
No one sticks out from doing the status quo, you know?
Yeah.
Then again, if you're trying to get famous and you're trying to find something to do different, then you're also kind of like defeating the purpose doing that different thing. Like,
yeah.
There's a point at which you're like a raging hipster and you're like anti-establishment, and then you're just trying to be like who you are. Like, there's a fine line, I think.
No, for sure.
But I don't know where that line is, but I definitely know some people are like just try to go against everything normal. It's like, well, you know, people do things normal because it works. Like,
yeah, it's not all just because
you want to be so anti and you want to be the ultimate hipster, but like do horse and buggy. Like
the ultimate
things
hipster.
develop for a reason, but it's up to you to choose how much you want to be a cookie cutter, I guess. And, you know, if they believe in that, go ahead and do it. Whatever. Doesn't ruin my day if you want to be a hipster.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Do what you want to do. There you go.
Once again, it brings back the argument of like people aren't doing who they really are anymore. It seems like.
Yeah, that is a big thing. Like
identity crisis, like no other.
That's what's
going on.
That's what scares me, man. Like you're gonna like that midlife crisis. That's like the scariest thought ever. Like, say you got a kid or two, you got a wife. I mean, and you're having a crisis. Like, oh fuck! Like I didn't do what I wanted to do all these years. What the fuck do you do?
Most people just buy a Camaro.
That's hilarious.
I mean, at that point, it's too late to really make a big change, I think. That's why, like, that one article I read about, like, what would you do different? Everybody tells me, like, man, you're only this age once. Like, you can still get back up if you eat it, you know? Like,
the time is now.
The time is now. To go to Europe, I mean, when are you going to have knees as good as you do now? When are you going to have, you know, ability to, you know, get no sleep and still be a happy dude in a foreign country? Like, when are you going to be that freaking elastic ever again? Your rubber band's slowly getting more crusted, and then when you get really old, it snaps every now and then.
Fuck.
Right? Like,
you're right.
It's weird. So, I mean, like, yeah, I only get 2 weeks of vacation a year in a corporate world. That kind of sucks, but it is what you make of it. Like, should I just go, like, screw it. I'm just going to go to freaking, you know, Germany alone. Plan nothing. That sounds fun to me.
Yeah. Be badass.
I love sporadic anything. My mom's the opposite. She has to plan everything.
No, really?
So she's like a tourist. I'm like a whatever. Get lost. Who cares? Like,
I got a little cool shit.
I got a little bit of control in me too, but like it's definitely started to like dwindle, and like I'm cool with, you know, accidentally finding something to do. I went to like Salt Lake City this summer, and like my brother and I are like complete opposites. He's like super controlling. He like had to plan everything, and we're all just like, dude, you know what? Tomorrow we're not planning shit. We're just gonna see what happens. And we ended up having a great time. We freaking went to Park City and said, hey, let's go there. Hey, we found a freaking like alpine slide and roller coaster, and like, we found a beautiful park to sit at and eat sandwiches and eat ice cream. Like, you think you could ever plan that through Google? No.
Bitch.
No, I wasn't bitch. It's just like a lesson to him. Like, hey, like,
it's okay.
Being sporadic every now and then, like, you never know what the tide will bring. Forrest Gump. Or no, Tom Hanks. Castaway. Not Forrest Gump. Same guy.
Same actor. Oh, that's a good point. I like that.
Yeah, so I want to go on like a vacation. Just don't plan anything. Don't do any kind of tourist attraction unless you want to go, you know, see like Stonehenge or something. Like, you got to plan that, but
like the really cool shit, of course, you might want to go see that once in a lifetime.
Yeah, like what would you think of
but the experience.
Anywhere you go, if you just saw one building and the thing that identifies the city, it's like, well, what do people do here? What do you do for fun? What's some like weird thing that's like a little far away that we can go to? Or
a badass hole in the wall restaurant. Something
yeah,
crazy
or like
shit.
badass natural spring in some random place you have to trespass or something.
Badass. Do you want to go north when you're older? Like, do you want to get out of Texas, or do you not mind Texas?
I want to experience something new, but also kind of sucks because I love working on cars and stuff, and I have all that infrastructure at my house in DFW. Not my house, my dad's house. Parents' house. And it's just like, when I leave that, like, I gotta have somewhere with a garage, man. That's what I have to be happy. If I'm in an apartment, like, I'm miserable. I gotta have something to wrench on. That's what I like to do.
Huh, okay.
So, like, I'm learning that lesson from my brother right now. He bought a single-person apartment. He just, like, damn it. So he's always home every weekend to work on cars. So, I like, if I'm going to move somewhere, it's got to be a rent house, a garage, or something, because, like, that's my hobby. Is working on cars, working on motorcycles, whatever. Mechanical stuff. Grease money.
Dude, that's badass.
So, like, that's what, like, so the climate up there, like, doesn't really support that kind of thing unless you got, like, a heated garage and stuff. So, like, Texas really isn't too bad, but, like, I'm ready for something else for a while. My dad's always like, you always come back. Like, Texas and DFW is not going to go extinct. If you go to California for 2 years, 5 years, something, like, you know where the hell you came from. Like,
yeah.
And if you settle up there, you settle up there. Like, if you find, like, that's where you want to be, then so
do
be
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know if I like him down about, you know, having 6 months of freaking 20 degrees and snow. But, you know, 6 months of awesome, you know, 70 degrees, too.
That's true.
Or go in Oregon, have awesome mountains and beauty and scenery, but it rains every day. Like, there's trade-offs to everything. That's like what one lady at work told me. She's like, well, if you could have your dream job, whatever it is, wherever it is, what would it be? I'm like, well, I don't know. And she's like, well, if I want, like, there is no such thing. There's always a catch, just what you make of it. Like, if you were to, like, be a professional grease monkey every day, and you got paid for it, and you got paid awesome, you lived wherever you want in paradise, you're killing your hobby. If you do that for a living, you don't want to do it anymore when you get home. You just kill your hobby. Like, there's, like, it's like, it is what you make of everything, kind of. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you did your passion for a living, is it still your passion, or are you doing it, like, it's tough?
Because you have to. Huh. Something to think about.
So, I mean, you can make anything a passion, I guess. Like, work's work and home's home. Like, work-life balance. It's important.
Yeah.
I mean, you're somewhere 9 hours a day. You see the people you work with more than you see your own family. If you think about it.
That's true.
So you gotta, like, make sure work is family too. And people that just another day in hell, you know, it's not good for you, dude. So if you're not happy where you are, you uproot, man. There's other places, but it brings back to the money. Like, can I afford to go jobless and job hunting? Maybe not find something. Shit. Scary.
It is scary.
Ranting.
Nah, man. I enjoy it. No, it's a good thing to think about, because I don't know if I regret coming back to school, because I really didn't have to, but since I'm fortunate enough to, I was like, okay, I should probably go to school. But after you're graduated in December, how do you feel?
I mean, it's time. I mean, it's scary and like good feeling, but it's like, now I know why people go to grad school. They're just delaying reality.
Mm.
Like, school, what your primary concern is, like, going to class and getting grades. That's what you're here to do, unless you're some people who have to work too. But, like,
yeah,
that's life. It's easy, simple. You got support at home, hopefully. Some people don't, you know, they're both different. But it's not real life here sometimes. I mean, for me, it's not. Like, I don't have I'm not really stressed about much besides school, which really isn't something to really stress that hard about. But like real life, it's like car payment, insurance. Am I gonna get hurt? You know, like
Do I have
keeping family close, like visiting people, making friends. That's my biggest fear. It's like if I were to just move my little Apple Pen to freaking like Ohio, I don't know a single person there, and I'm not in a college town where everybody's, you know, typically the same ish age and has the same ish stuff going on. So you have at least something to talk about. Like, what do you do? Hey, you just go in a grocery store and, hey, how about that hamburger helper? Am I right?
Like, yeah.
I mean, what the people are like?
What the fuck?
You know, I'm not big into going to bars, so that's a whole social circle limited. So it's work. It's work.
Yeah.
Work or like people you find, like car guys, like, you know, mountain bikers, like something. So then that, like, a lot of people like utilize like church and stuff, but I'm not too big in it. Like, I'm just not a religious person, so it's just like scary to think like how you start. You're gonna be lonely as shit, and that's scary to me. I don't want to be like a hermit.
Yeah.
Because when you're bored, bad shit happens.
You think so?
Yes, for sure. Anybody that's bored all the time hits the bottle or resorts to something because you're bored. When you're active, you're
filling a void. Yeah.
You're flowing, man. You got
stuff when you're active.
on.
Sorry. Yeah.
When you just sit in an empty house and rot, like, it's not good for you. I mean, yeah, you can go work out. That's an hour.
What else are you gonna do?
Come back to your sad. Like, you gotta. I don't know, man. It's tough. With how antisocial it seems everybody is, it's like scary.
It is scary.
That's my biggest fear. And I'm not going to move or live or make a career decision to stay with friends I have here just because I'm relying on them as a crutch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure I won't have an issue with it, but it definitely is something in the back of my mind. It's like, damn. You go from being like having a great social circle here, having something to do every day and like people to talk to and stuff, to like zip. And that's just all based on like your company. So if you're in a really small company, like that's your social circle. Like there's not a lot of people to meet and stuff. And you're gonna depend on them. And if it's an older group of people, they all have kids and shit. So like,
no,
scary. Yeah. You still got plenty of time here. You're only what, a junior?
Junior.
As a 20-year-old?
Yeah.
When you turn 21?
December.
Oh, okay. You're like average then. I just forget. I'm a super senior, so.
Nah, man, it's cool.
Yeah, so that, I mean, it'll be cool to finally get things rolling and make decisions for myself and make, you know, plan to like have a good ending to life. Like I'm planning on like saving, because that's just what's been pounded into me. Is like right now it's hard to save, man. Like, you're gonna like cheat having a good night with people because you want to save a buck, not going out to eat or something. Like, yeah, it's not economically smart to, you know, spend $40 a week on fast food or some shit. But like, is the social and memories and stuff affiliated with it worth it? Hell yeah. Are you going to make that $1,500 back eventually that you spent on food and alcohol and partying and stuff per year at college? Probably, yeah. Is it worth going in debt for that a little bit? Yeah. You can't be the most smart and financially thrift dude at school and stuff, or you're going to be miserable. I mean, yeah, you don't have to go buy an iPad and shit all the time. That's a dumb idea, but like, petty things, they're not really petty if you're kind of broke. So it's just like tough. So I'm looking forward to having, you know, like money to like buy, you know, like fun thing. Like, hey, I want to go buy like a dirt bike or something. I can do that. Hey, I want to go, you know, I want to have a car that I don't have to worry about, but I still have my old piece of crap Camaro in the garage to work on for fun.
What year is it?
75.
Damn, son.
And I have a 74 CB750 motorcycle that I'm restoring.
Damn.
Not here. They're all at home.
Where do you live?
I live in South Lake. It's like next to Fort Worth.
Gotcha. That explains all the Dallas trips.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's gonna be fun to like finally just like go crazy, like buying toys but not like it's stupid expense. Like I'm not gonna go buy like a handgun or like a.
Yeah.
You gotta be thrifty. You gotta live broke to make it. I don't know. My dad's like crazy frugal. So he's gonna give me the life talk on how to save money and invest or whatever. It's all about making money when you sleep. That's what he calls the stock market.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about that.
If you have someone that'll teach you, good. Because if you try and do it on your own, it takes a while. It's kind of like school.
Yeah. It takes a long time to learn subjects on your own. But you have to. And I always learn from bad experiences, so like, I don't know.
No, those are the best experiences in some light.
Yeah. If you learn from everything going right, when something goes wrong, you freak out.
Or you didn't learn at all. Like what have you learned if you've not lost?
Yeah, if you win
honestly
every football game or something, then when you lose, it's like end of the world.
Yeah.
And you let it eat you.
And that can go one of two ways. You're driving back towards that, or you just completely fall off. Oh, man.
I'm getting hungry. Are you hungry?
Oh, I'm hungry as fuck.
Can we go get some food somewhere?
Yeah, let's go. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get famous. That's up to y'all.
Bang. All right.
And I gotta urinate.